welcome back. Oh, my voice is terrible. Okay.
Sissy's voice is going.
Wow.
Like, Sissy's voice is going. So bear with us. Poor thing. Poor little tank.
Okay. I'm Tia.
And I'm Brittany.
This is crazy. Okay.
Yes.
Just bear with us. Okay.
Bear with us
bear
through
with
this.
us.
This is Big Mama energy, all right?
Okay, and welcome back. I'm sorry, that just threw me for a loop. But yeah.
Yes.
Welcome back, okay?
We're here. Last week was interesting.
Yeah. we would hit you up with some updates, but it's just been a bad week, okay? It's been a bad week.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
So we're moving forward, okay? We are pushing through 2022.
Okay. 2022 got me in the fucking headlock right now.
And
I'm
a
trying
chokehold.
to, motherfucking chokehold, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. What did I do?
Right.
What did I do to deserve such?
2022 is coming in with a vengeance, coming in hot.
Okay.
But we are pushing through.
We definitely pushing through.
And that's the update.
Yeah, really that's the update, like, to be completely honest. You know? So we're excited.
Yes.
For this video. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it. But before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe. Okay.
Do that now since you're here.
I don't even understand. Like, why do we go through this every week? Why?
That's a weekly thing with you.
Okay.
Like,
go ahead and subscribe. All right. Y'all already know. Y'all tuned in. Y'all want to act like y'all ain't watching, but y'all are.
Right.
So go ahead and subscribe.
You love it here. Subscribe.
Yes.
Become part of the Big Mama tribe.
And
family.
also, you know, click that bell so you can get notifications every time we drop our dope ass videos. And you don't have to creep around trying to act like you're not trying to tune in.
Right.
Because you'll get that right to you. You get them notifications right to you.
To you, girl.
Baby.
Don't even. Listen.
So get into it. Go ahead and get into it, okay?
Yes, and we have something in store for you guys today.
Yes.
Today, what we talking about, Sissy?
So, we started this new thing. It's gonna be like kind of like a series, if you will, and it's called Surviving.
Surviving.
Okay. And today we're gonna be talking about surviving
a
Capricorn.
Since we are in Capricorn season still.
Yes, and it's about to end. So we thought it was the perfect time to start this while we're still in Capricorn season. And then as we progress through the year, every season we're gonna be hitting you with a surviving Aquarius, surviving Pisces, moving on down the line as it goes. Yes. And I just thought this was super dope and
super cute idea because all of us have those survival stories.
Yes.
So feel free to share those at the end in our comments as well.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna definitely get into this, and since I'm a Capricorn,
Sissy, definitely, this is her season, y'all.
This is definitely my season. So yeah, we're starting off with surviving a Capricorn.
Yes. Surviving a Capricorn.
This is a safe space. Feel comfortable telling your story. Drop those comments as we go, on with the video, and let us know, what is your survival story,
girl or boy? People,
let us know.
Let us know. Capricorns. I have a love-hate relationship with Capricorns. I feel like every Capricorn woman I meet is amazing. And not just my sister. Like, I've worked with Capricorns. The ones that I just know, I don't know, I feel like we get along, like we click. So it's not like, it's nothing really to it when it's a female Capricorn. No. But those men, baby, those men, I've been through the ringer. And I feel like, to my knowledge, I only dealt with like 2 Capricorns. Okay. Back in the day, I wasn't really into the signs and stars and moons. I really wasn't. So I didn't even know I was dealing with a Capricorn. Right. But once I found out, it made sense. It made sense. I was like, okay, he was definitely Capricorn in it. And I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I was in the crossfires and I didn't even know I was talking to a Capricorn. But the one guy that I was dealing with, we were in a relationship. And that man, first of all, he kind of manipulated me into being in a relationship with this man. Like, he was crazy as hell. Like, it wasn't funny at the time. Like, I was really, like, legit terrified of this man. Like, he definitely was crazy. I didn't really want to talk to him seriously. Like, the thing was, I was like, you cute. But, like, he was trying to jump into a relationship feet first. Okay. And I'm like, you cute and all and everything. Okay, we can try this out. He was trying to force me to tell him that, you know, I loved him. This man made me delete all of my social media accounts, which was really just Facebook back then. I might have had a MySpace, but I wasn't really on there. Yeah. But yeah, he was not playing. Like, he just never, he always spun it around like he didn't trust me. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with you all day. I'm texting you all day. Like, he was off in college. This nigga was crazy. His major, he was in college for like psychology. That's how you know.
Okay.
So he was just insane. And like, he was very controlling, very manipulative, girl. And like, he also was like threatening me once I wanted to end our relationship. He was not trying to hear that. He got the stalking. Yeah, he had a picture of me as well, a nude picture, and was like, I'm gonna post this. Like, if you don't want to talk to me no more, like, I'm gonna post this on the internet. Yeah. And so he had me in a chokehold, for real.
He definitely was on wild shit. Like,
on wild shit.
Definitely. I don't even have any excuses for that as a fellow Capricorn. Like, I don't even know what type tip he was on. He was just a psychopath. He was deranged. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, he might have just been fucking deranged. Just one of them people. He was very much off. And he just liked to pop up throughout my years and kind of like blackmail me with this picture. And finally, I was like, you know what? Do what you gotta do. I don't care anymore. Like, if you want to post that shit, post it. Right. And do you know he posted that shit? He was not playing. He definitely posted, and it was like, okay, he wasn't playing. But I mean, after he posted, I was upset. I was like, whatever. But at the end of the day, now you had his chokehold on.
Right, because it's out of your control. It's out of your hands. Like, it is what it is. You know. But he was definitely on some nut ass shit. Yeah. And yeah, you're fucking lame.
He was definitely a lame.
For that, like.
That was the craziest experience. Like, and then being so young, I wasn't like who I was today. I was like very like timid. So I was like, oh my gosh. Like, now it would have been up in the stuff. Like, I don't have time. You know, I had to threaten this man with the cops. I was like, I will get the cops involved. Because it was like, internet stalking was kind of new. But it was definitely a thing. And I had talked to somebody that was a police officer. And they was like, yeah, we'll get that email that was traced from. And he could definitely get in trouble. Like, whatever you want to do. So I let him know that. And I hadn't heard from him. And it was like, but this man made it was crazy. He made fake pages of me. Like, he was insane. Surviving the Capricorn. Like, this man, child, I never wanted to talk to a Capricorn again. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I was like, yo, once you think that it was done, he come popping back up. Right. I was like, yo. Right. What is this?
But after that situation where he posted your stuff and all that stuff, have you heard from him?
Yeah, since? I heard from him. Yeah. I posted it and I was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. And like, it might have been a year later, he came popping back up.
Just a year later.
And that's when he was like collecting all my pictures to make a fake page of me. And then, like, he went undercover, like acting like it was over, but then he came back with a vengeance.
Right, because that was when we was on Twitter. We was on
Twitter. Right. And I was like, okay. This man has mental issues. Like, and then he popped back up after that. Like, I just want to see you like in person because I want to say sorry to you. Like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I really was feeling you. I didn't know how to do my emotions. And I'm like, you're crazy. But I definitely saw him after that. So who was really crazy? Me and him. And he gave me this apology in person. But it just was like, no. I mean, you're still crazy.
After all of that.
Yeah, after all of that, he was like, I just want to apologize. Like, you still crazy shit. I still don't trust you and you're insane. And I don't even know. It was like, he was attractive. And I think that's why he had me in the chokehold so hard. But no, it definitely was not worth it. He was insane. So that was my survival story. I mean, I was dealing with another Capricorn, but I didn't know he was a Capricorn. Right. And he wasn't crazy. I don't think he was crazy. Okay. He was like a ladies' man, if you will. You know, he definitely was a ladies' man. But I feel like he was a good person. And he wasn't crazy. He just was like a ladies' man. He liked to talk to a plethora of women. Okay. So that's like...
me as a Capricorn woman, I haven't really talked to too many. Well, you know what? This is what I'll say. I haven't dealt with, like, and even talking or even relationships. Like, I dealt with one for a while. It was more so of like a little friends with benefits type of thing. And we were dealing with each other for years. It was probably like maybe 3 years, something like that. On and off for 3 years. And it was very much so like, you know, we had a good time when we had a good time. We vibed out. And that was that. It was moments where, you know, we had, like, because when you're dealing with somebody for that long of a time, obviously, no matter what, if it's, you know, just friends with benefits, there's going to be some type of feeling there over those years. Right. So, you know what I mean? So we had issues, but it wasn't never anything serious where I'm like, well, nigga, you're crazy or anything like that. The last time, though, we spoke with each other, I did have an issue with him because I felt like he was on that shit. With a situation, like, pretty much he had hit me up. Whatever, out of nowhere. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and then I seen him. Right. And when he seen me, he was just like, Tia, da da da. And I changed my number, so he didn't have my new number. And he was just like to my friend, like, give Tia my number. Like, he wanted to see me so bad, right? And then he hit me up. I was at work, and he just was like, I really miss you, all this stuff. And then was like, I want to see you. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe I'll come see you when I get off work, whatever the case may be. I don't know, whatever. So next thing you know, I think I had either texted him later on that day or like the next day. And he very much was like, who is this? And like, he was acting so fucking weird. And my thing is like, all right, dog, don't be weird to me.
Exactly. Why you being weird to me?
Do not be weird to me. That's the worst shit that you could do. Like, please do not play with me, because I'll beat you the fuck up.
And what's the reason? Like, you was the one that was trying to get back in contact with me. That's what I'm saying.
Like, you were just on my line. You hit me up. You were, like, you know what I mean? And the whole reason is because he had a girlfriend now. Okay. And that's cool. Like, you got a girlfriend. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. Right. Like, leave me alone. I really was not worrying about you. I was not bothering you. You come around bothering me. Right. And maybe at the time when I text him back, the girl was around. I don't know. But I feel like in that situation, I feel like he was doing the most. It was things that he could have did to work around that situation because of, you know, his job, whatever the case may be. Like, it was things that he could do. He did not have to be weird like that to me. Right. Or whatever. But he was. And that's why we no longer talk to each other, because once you start acting weird like that to me, I don't really got too much to say to you anymore. So that really was that. But other than that, I really only had conversations with other Capricorns, for real, never really anything intimate. However, recently, like very recently, I encountered a male Capricorn over the weekend, and he was super cool. The vibes was there. It was, I don't know. Capricorns are like, man, it's so much. Like the thoughts, you know, the overthinking. In your head all the time. In your head all the time. Like, we're complex people to a certain extent. And I feel like it's hard when people, like, it's hard for people to understand us and get us. So when people do, we like really fuck with that. Like, you know what I mean? Seen, I feel seen. I feel safe. And with that guy in his presence, I felt so comfortable. And it was to the point where I felt like I had to let him know, like I really appreciate that. Like, it was just so genuine, because it's rare that I just really feel like comfortable being myself in somebody's presence, especially when I first met them. Like, so that was dope.
They say Capricorn and Capricorn is a good match. That's like they say, you know, y'all understand each other, so that's a good, you know, good vibe.
It was definitely a good vibe for sure. But to be honest, if we're going to talk about surviving Capricorn, it would be me. It would be me.
Surviving yourself.
Surviving myself. I feel like that would be my biggest survival story when it comes to Capricorns, is because like I am so hard on myself. Like, I'm very hard on myself, and when I'm doing good, sometimes I don't give myself grace as I should. I'm always in my head. I'm always putting myself down sometimes, and I feel like that's my biggest thing. That is my biggest survival story when it comes to Capricorn.
Surviving self.
Surviving self.
We're our biggest critics, our toughest critics, so I can definitely understand that. It's hard.
It's really hard, and like, you know, me being vulnerable, like that's a hard thing for me to do. And then, you know, in this space that I am now, I'm pushed to be more vulnerable, which I don't. It's tough, but at the same time, it's like I know that it's helping me.
Right.
To be a little bit more open and say how I feel and be comfortable expressing myself.
Yeah.
So I'm all here for that, for sure. But yeah.
Because that is not easy for a Capricorn.
It's definitely, it's not easy.
Telling people how you feel. Like
telling people how I feel
sharing your thoughts and stuff.
Because once I feel away and I kind of shut down. Sharing my feelings with people, that's a hard thing for me because I always felt like, you know, nobody cared. My feelings was overlooked. When I was comfortable sharing my feelings or expressing myself to people, it didn't really make a difference. So I just felt like, I will no longer share. Like, you know.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people feel like that. When you make yourself, you know, vulnerable and you don't get that reaction that you might have been looking for, or thought a reaction maybe you would have gave somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? When they're being vulnerable. Some people just don't know how to, I guess, communicate. Mm-hmm. They don't know what to do with your feelings.
Right.
Like, some people are just insensitive, unfortunately. Or they just don't know what the hell to say, like, in that moment. So it is, you know, it feels weird being vulnerable.
It definitely does.
Trust and believe. Because I locks that shit up sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a scary thing. So
it's definitely scary. Especially when it's just like an ongoing thing. Like, it's not just like, oh, my feelings was overlooked this time. When I constantly feel like my feelings is being overlooked. So, yeah, that's an issue for me. And I'm okay. Like, one thing about me is, for the most part, I'm okay with letting people know that, yeah, vulnerability is not my strong suit. Like, that's something that I feel like gonna always have to be working on. But I'll be happy when I'm comfortable with being vulnerable with people. And I feel like some people don't deserve it. I feel like some people don't deserve your vulnerability.
Yeah,
but you owe it to yourself to be able to communicate with somebody, you know, properly and express how you're feeling.
Right, for sure. Definitely. So, yeah. Capricorns, child.
Surviving
Capricorns. I barely made it. And it was like a lot more shit that was done, but I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a no for me. We just wasn't compatible. I feel like me and Capricorns are better, like, as friends, and for sure. As friends, it makes sense. I swear to you. Capricorns make perfect sense. You know, I feel like they, you know, they're there for you, you know, when you need them to be, when you're their friend, I feel like, for sure, like, ride for you all day long. That is not questioned. Family, that ain't questioned. But, like, that romantic level, and maybe it's a Capricorn and Aquarius, maybe that shit just don't bang.
Right.
Romantically.
And
I'm like,
but sure. You know what? And to be honest, I can't speak for all Capricorns, and everybody's different. You gotta put other things into play. Like, yes, a person is a Capricorn. I mean, is Capricorn, Aquarius have a zodiac sign. Everybody has a zodiac sign, right? But you're more than your zodiac sign.
You are. You're definitely
however,
but it plays a big part.
However, I will say that I could be crazy for sure, and I feel like we all have that in us. I can definitely be crazy, but I definitely feel like I have more control over my emotions than a lot of other people do. But you know what? I don't allow myself to get like that. Like I said, it's hard for me to show vulnerability. So once I feel like my feelings is like getting ahead of themselves, or I'm like tripping, I kind of really
everybody gets like insane sometimes, right? But it's just like, it depends on it, what you doing. Like, you know, some shit you get locked up for. Like, you gotta think to yourself, like, all right, this shit is about to go left, and I gotta reel it back in, and dial it back in.
But some people really don't. Like, I've met other Capricorns. It's typically are the men that are a little bit more extreme crazy.
I think
that I've met.
Yeah, I wrote down some shit, and I don't even want to miss it. I probably didn't even touch on it. Well, yeah, they're untrustworthy to me. when dealing with them. I felt like they had a lot of infidelity issues and that they was liars. Like the infidelity issues was it was a big thing. You got secret girlfriends. Didn't tell me about whatever, and you know, or told me was your girlfriend, but you got some other girl that thinks she your girlfriend. Like that was a big thing. You know, and on both times that I dealt with Capricorns, infidelity was a major issue. And like the lies, the web of fucking lies. Like I'm like, yo, I can't. I had to get off the wheel.
Right.
So I mean,
and I hear that a lot when you're on social media and they post the little memes and they be like, who is this? Is this it? And I heard that a lot when dealing with Capricorns. Like a lot of women, I would say, always be like, oh, Capricorn, they're the worst. Oh, they're liars. Oh, they're this. They're cheaters. So I've heard that a lot. So I mean, so yeah, it must be some truth in it somewhere, but.
And I'm saying everybody, it's in every sign. Every person, some people can just be liars. Whatever. Granted, no matter what sign you are. But that's what I had to talk about. Surviving Capricorns, I had to bring it up. I'm like, what's going on? Are y'all okay? Because do y'all need a hug? Is it mommy issues? I'm really confused. Daddy issues? What's going on? Because something ain't right sometimes. Like, jeez.
I don't know. I don't have that. And you know what? I'm not trying to be biased because I am a Capricorn, but I really don't have.
It's a little biased. Just a little.
You think so?
Because you like, I'm like that.
Well, I'm not.
But
I've never experienced it either from a Capricorn. That's I don't have an
you have a different experience with them. Yeah.
I have a different experience with them. And maybe it could be because I'm a Capricorn.
Right.
It's crazy. And they might be. But like I said, my experience with Capricorns has been different. And it depends on. Yeah. It depends on. If you would have met that person, your experience probably have been crazy too. Yeah, probably so. Most likely. I mean, most likely. But you know what? People bring different sides out of people too.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I activated something, child.
What you do to that man? Tell the truth.
Listen.
He gonna be on his survival Aquarius.
He probably is. No, and it's gonna be up. You already know. A lot of people don't like Aquarius, so I know Survivor and Aquarius is gonna be hilarious. But yeah, I don't know what I brought out of that man. Maybe we brought out of each other.
Right. That was right. Some people are just not good for each other.
Listen. But yeah, you gotta accept that. Like, listen, it just ain't gonna work.
So what are y'all stories? Y'all have some surviving Capricorn stories? Like, who don't like us?
Let us know. Tap in and tell us your stories of survival when it comes to Capricorn.
Yes.
What did they do to you?
What did they do to you?
Did they hurt you, or was it a good story? Were you like all in love? Is that your partner? Who knows? Or was that your boo? Like, you never know.
And tag your friend. Tag a friend. Yeah. Anybody, I know y'all got some friends that done dealt with a Capricorn, they stress them the fuck out, or they love it. Tag them up and be like, tune into this. Tell your story, sis. Yeah. Tell your story, sir. Let us know.
It's a safe space, like we said.
It's definitely a safe space, you know?
Yeah, now you can also share this, like I said, share it in the group chat. All right, like Sissy said, tell a friend, okay? Have them tune in, have them subscribe. We'd love to have them here as well.
Okay. We also have our email, bigmamaenergy@gmail.com. Go ahead and send us those emails in. If you don't want to, be
all out in the open with you.
All out in the open, telling your business, go ahead. Email us. It could be anonymous. You can share your story, and maybe we can share your story as well anonymously.
Exactly.
So go ahead. Okay.
Hit us up.
And as always, remember to like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe.
Bye, guys.